Hello and welcome back to my channel. In this video we will look at a couple more gold farms you can do right now to start stockpiling items to sell in the Shadowlands. Once again, many of these gold farms we'll be looking at are old expansion gold farms that usually involves skinning, mining or gathering cloth from humanoids, and because of the Relics of the Past update to professions coming in Shadowlands, these gold farms will increase in value and yield even more than they did in BFA, and many of them gave decent amounts of gold already, so once they become even better this could end up getting nerfed, which is why I would recommend you start farming as soon as possible, and just hold on to the leather, since the leather will in worst case scenario keep its value, but will most likely end up going up in value over time, especially if the farms get nerfed as well. In this video, I will show you my favorite old expansion farming location, which is so ridiculously easy, and it's what made me get into old expansion material farming simply because it is such a brain-dead farm. Actually, there are farms that are even easier since there are literal AFK farms out there you can do as a monk utilizing your statue, but this is a pretty low effort and high reward farm as well, which I really like. So let's just get right into it. This farm takes place in Uldum, the old version of Uldum, not the BFA version. If you're level 120, you're going to have to talk to this NPC in the main city of Uldum to turn back time and visit the old Uldum. Then you fly all the way down south until you get to this area, or this arena as I like to call it. This is an open world farm, but we're taking advantage of some type of clever game mechanic, and there's basically no mobs up here until you spawn them. You see these nests or these eggs on the ground? Walk on them and a flock of 5 to 7 crocodiles should spawn on your character. If you jump they fall off, but in that case you can't loot them, so just don't jump. Stand still, use an AoE attack, and then you can loot them and skin them. Skinning them fast is key here as they start despawning early, so having Darkmoon Firewater is an absolute must here. And once again I would recommend using Darkmoon Firewater on any gold farm that involves skinning in expansions prior to Legion. If you are farming Legion content, you can use the glove enchant that allows faster skinning, but there are no such enchants for expansions prior to Legion. So basically, bring Darkmoon Firewater, get to this location, walk onto a pile of eggs, spawn crocodiles, stand still, or just don't jump, and AoE them down, and then you skin them. Your main moneymaker from this farm is in fact the savage leather, but you will end up getting tons of vendor gold from the greens and greys as well, plus you can get some other good stuff as well. Another thing that will increase your gold per hour is bringing and using the potion of treasure finding, since all you will be doing here is killing and looting mobs, and if you do this efficiently you will be killing thousands of mobs per hour, in which case bringing the potion increases your gold per hour by quite a bit. This is actually the old expansion gold farm I've been doing the most in BFA, and I'm having so much fun doing this as there's basically no competition selling savage leather on my server, and I make an easy 50k per hour doing this. And because it is such a low effort farm, I can easily watch Twitch or Netflix while doing this as well, which is my preferred method or way of farming. A bonus is that if you end up getting bored but you still want to farm gold somehow, you can also farm whiptails in this location by flying up and down the river, as long as you have herbalism of course. I will make a separate video on that in the future, but farming whiptails is also fairly lucrative and I make 20 to 30k per hour by doing that alone. Obviously farming savage leather is better in my case, but prices may vary from server to server, and if I get tired of farming crocodiles but I still want to farm gold, I can just farm for whiptails instead on the same character, without having any downtime from moving to a new farming location. It can also be great to avoid burnout, so for example, farm leather for an hour and then farm whiptails for an hour. This next location I'm going to show you is my second favorite old expansion gold farm, and it's actually a Legion gold farm. For those of you who raised your dinosaur pet in Legion, you will remember this location. Basically, we are killing blood gazers, and you will be killing these in the northwestern part of Asuna. These guys spawn super fast, so don't worry about killing them too fast or having to wait for respawns. Just worry about killing them and skinning them, as that is all you're going to do. Once again, most of your gold comes from skinning, so bring one of two things. Darkmoon Firewater, or Skinning Glove enchant. Yes, you can actually use the glove enchant this time, since it's Legion content. Your biggest gold maker in this farm will be the Stonehide leather, but once again, you will also make some gold from grey and green items, which you will most likely end up vendoring, so it's just some extra gold really. But even just the Stonehide leather in itself is fairly valuable, and once again, all types of leather will end up going up in price at some point, either during the pre-patch or in Shadowlands itself. Now, another farming location that you can do right now to prepare yourself for Shadowlands, and one that does not require skinning for once, is this one. This takes place in the Burning Steppes in the Old Azeroth, and you want to farm at the Blackrock Hold right next to the Blackrock Mountain, where the entrance to Molten Core is. This is a hyper-spawn farm, and ideally, to maximize profits, you want to farm this in a group, and have selected areas each where you just spawn kill the mobs in your area. The way this works is you set the world markers down on the floor, then you assign markers to different people in your group. If I am blue, I kill all the mobs at blue, and everyone else in the group kills the mobs around their mark. This way you can kill all of the mobs as fast as possible, and with the hyper spawn mechanic the mobs will keep force spawning really fast, allowing you to kill several thousand mobs per hour. This farm is really good because you get a lot of different items making up your final gold per hour, but your main gold per hour, at least your main consistent gold per hour, will come from Runecloth, which has seen a huge spike in price after the announcement of Relics of the Past. These will also keep going up in price over time, so it's a solid gold farm, and it's a solid item to farm for now and hold on to and sell in the Shadowlands. Another big factor about this farm is that you can acquire some fairly expensive transmog pieces, which gives a nice bonus to your gold per hour every now and then, if you're lucky enough to find a big one. It's kinda like playing the lottery, so you might have to farm here for a while before getting an expensive transmog, but simply farming for Runecloth makes enough gold per hour in my opinion, and with today's prices I'm able to make around 40k gold per hour consistently at this location, which is definitely not bad. I should also mention that you get some Mage Weave cloth as well, so your gold per hour pretty much consists of Runecloth and Mage Weave cloth. It's pretty funny how things work out, because I was farming this location and a similar farm in Tanaris like way back in the early BFA days, and I am fairly sure I was throwing the Runecloth away back then, simply because it wasn't worth anything and it wasn't really selling. Kinda makes me wish I hadn't thrown away all the cloth from back then, since I spent several hours farming for transmog in these locations. Oh well. So, 3 more gold farms for you to do right now to prepare yourself for the Shadowlands. My advice would be to farm a bit of everything so you don't put all of your eggs into one basket, and that is also why I'm making these preparation videos of all the expansion gold farms as well, and I'm trying to make them as different from each other as possible, so you can farm a lot of different materials, therefore increasing the amount of unique auctions you have up at any time, and more auctions means more potential sales, which will increase how much gold you make. So go out here, test out these gold farms, and let me know which one is the best for you. Now, if you haven't seen the last Shadowlands preparation video yet, you can click on the card on the screen right now to watch it, and if you did enjoy this video, make sure you slap that like button, and subscribe for more videos. And that is it, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.